A shed update, and I was cleaning around, and I actually found a Catwoman, which is basically almost, I'd say 20th, maybe 24 scale, which is real close, you know, to 24 scale, but 20th scale worked too. A little dusty there from sitting wherever, but anyway, I thought she would make an excellent addition to go with the like 20 scale Batman there, to go with the 20 scale Batmobile, the Tumbler, and you know, Mr. Batwing, which I think is, I don't think it's 24. Oh, it is. You know, that plane there, I thought, you know, maybe a female pilot. You know, she may have ran around and, you know, actually got on that. But it, you know, anyway. Speaking of toys, I kind of incorporate a little bit of toys in the modeling. For example, Princess Leia. This is what's it called? It's a, I want to say Masters series in a little, in the Star Wars toy world, but anyway, she's about 32nd scale. So you know, I like my female figures, so we come over here to the Star Wars figure section. Of course, you know, we like to add you know, add a little something to the arc itself. But anyway, I think their pose is a little too much, I think, but anyway, I think it's pretty darn slick, detailed really extremely well. But anyway, adding a little Princess Leia to the art. But anyway, we're gonna add some kits. And surprise, surprise, we're going to add some more sprue kits. Now, the sprue kits should be over. I mean, they really absolutely marked them down, and they were really, really super cheap. And I was weak, you know, when it comes to cheap models, weak. So I had to buy some. Did buy some extra turtles. I know some of the same, but anyway, you can never have enough. I might, who knows, try to get a second set going, you know, so we can have 2 sets in the art. But anyway, we're going to add some sprue kit turtles again to the art. These are new, actually, for me anyway. These are LBX sprue kits, and now these were crushed boxes in a bargain bin. I thought, well, I'll buy those. They were really cheap. You get skill level 1 and you get skill level 2, which skill level 2 is basically the bigger box here. Skill level 1 is the smaller box, which the turtles are the same way. You can tell by the boxes are pretty close to the same size. But anyway, this is basically an animated show. I have no idea what it is. I've never seen it, but anyway, I'd like to, since I got some of the kits now, you know, see what LBX is. But anyway, like to have the skill level 2 ones, but I'll start wherever I need to. But anyway, so we got them. Adding the LBX, and they're both different too, to the art. Everyone's seen Superman. He was just extremely cheap, and that makes number 3 over here in the sprue kit section, which is actually getting a little bit bigger than it should. That's the only thing I hate about sprue kits, is the way you think you should do them, they're opposites. They're on the top, not the bottom of the box. But anyway, I can't complain, so we'll stick him up there. Probably have to rearrange just a tad. And I was looking, I need one more sprue kit. I need Halo Master Chief. I technically have Master Chief, which is in the skill level 3 box, but I don't have him in the number 2. But anyway, we'll try to get that down the road. Up next, this is my first junior kit by Revell, and it was cheap, and I wanted it. I thought it was unique and odd. Now, this is one of those things where it's actually I classify it as a toy model. And I know it's for you know, I know it's for the kids to start you know, start into the model building world. But I think this kit alone, you know, except for the, you know, toy features here, if you got rid of that, I think you could slap some new paint on this, and you could put this in you know, anything. You could Battlestar. You know, you don't have to have the fire markings. I think it actually you know, you could detail it out, you know, and make any other type of vehicle, you know, out of this. But anyway, one thing that caught my eye though on the skill level 1, oh come on now, is 1/20th scale. So anyway, that, you know, fits in with all the basically automotive stuff. Or I was even thinking of how my mind works here. 1/20th scale, I was thinking of using the junior kits with the MAK stuff. I thought that would work out perfectly, you know, adding the suit with the a wheel type, you know, vehicle with the suit on top, you know, like a nut rocker. Put him on top. I thought that would be pretty darn slick. But anyway, I wanted him. And number one, I am an advocate for kids building models, and I think it's actually a very cool kit. It's a heavy kit too, but anyway, it's one of those things that I just think it's just absolutely cool. There's a whole line of these. I'm probably if I get them cheap enough, I probably will start picking them up for customization, and I'll probably get some to have a set. I think kids enjoy building it, and I think adults would like to build this too once they get past the you know, they think it's a toy part, which, you know, toys are models in a sense, you know, because they had to cast the toy and make you know, cast the part to make the toy, which same thing as with models. Basically, you know, you're getting a model, just an unassembled toy. But anyway, we're gonna add the I'm gonna call it fire truck. It really don't say what it is, but anyway, we're adding the Junior fire truck to the ARC. Then I went to a what's called antique type store, basically best way to explain it, and they had this on the shelf. There is a Skillcraft Hubble space telescope. This came out in, where did I read it at? Nope. Came out in 1995, which is Craft House, of course, which is kind of basically Lindbergh back then, and then Lindbergh kind of went to, they kind of had Skillcraft, and then, you know, before like round two, you know, got the Hawk license and, you know, everything else. But anyway, it was one of those kits where back in the day I didn't really want it. You know, it's more of a, I didn't care for really satellites. You know, 95, because 95, what I was probably buying was, you know, what came out in 95? Oh, you know, probably more starships, you know, making battleships and all that good stuff. You know, that's probably what I was doing. But anyway, I never did get one, and I saw it and I thought, man, it's in good shape too and everything. And I thought, wow, it's partially assembled, which they don't really, come on. You know, it's not really a killer or anything by that nature. But anyway, I thought, and it was in good shape. You know, even for a snap fit, just snaps together. But one thing that interests me the most on having a classic kit was, you don't really see it often, but you see a model built by Alan, and I'm not going to, Astrowski. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, sir, but you just don't see a model kit built by a modeler, you know, that's printed on the box. Most of the time, they are, where is it? For example, let me get Mr. Kogar here. If you read the fine print here, most of them always say assembled and painted by a professional modeler. They never have a name on there. Most of the time you can see by the style who built the model kit for a company, either for promotional pictures and or for you know, the box art itself. Like this is pretty much David Fisher. However, I built that Kogar and that lady right there, so that's mine actually. And you can tell by the base, because I went with jungle leaves and they went with sand. That was also another reason why I did that, was so you could tell mine from everyone else. But anyway, I thought that was a unique thing. Of course, that's a whole other subject, and that was very, very fun to do. But anyway, I wanted to show that real quick. Hubble Space Telescope, which basically, got to go over here to the real space, which most down here is shuttle and rockets. I do probably have a space station, which I'm probably going to have to, probably stick the Hubble somewhere around here, something like that, which we're going to have to rearrange just a tad, because I got him, you know, it's got to go in the real space section, and we will find a home for it. But anyway, adding the Space Hubble to the ARC. And last but not least, everyone's seen it probably last week, I probably discussed it, I got another A-Wing, which is, I call it the McCory A-Wing. September 1st through October 1st is only through Target. If you have a Target store near you, this is their variant. And once the whole month's over, they're not going to sell the blue one anymore. It's going to actually be red and white. So waiting for that one to come out so I can add that to the arc itself. But anyway, I wanted to get another A-wing because, you know, I like to have two, and I think them will be a nice little bit of a collectible once they come out. I know it won't be like a high-end collectible, but I assume down the road it probably will be, because it'll be like, hey, you got a blue one? I only got a red one, you know. So, and because the red one, if you haven't seen the A-wing, it's basically going to be that color, just in where the blue is. I think where the blue is white and the rest is red. I think that's the way they did it. But anyway, I'm waiting for the red one to come out in about a month. So anyway, that's what I've got going on today. We are adding again more sprue kits, LBXs, turtles. We are adding Revell's Junior Kit, adding another A-wing, and of course we're adding a classic antiquity, the Hubble Space Telescope. So that's what I have got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.